bastards are gonna own me.
Are you ready?
You bet your ass I'm ready.
You know, I'm not a big fan of that bark like a chicken, cluck like a dog stuff.
Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins. They're clever. They're mischievous. They'll get into the kitchen, the basement, the garage. They'll get into anything. And once they get in,
There's a real gremlin in my camera!
you're in for it. Gremlins. They'll be expecting you at a special sneak preview Saturday, May 19th. Directed by Joe Dante. Rated PG.
The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
You will suffer an eternity for this.
Touchdown. We're good, everybody. She landed in the end zone. So welcome to 0 Point Reviews, everybody. We are going to talk about 1984's Gremlins with the usual cast and crew, but we also have Hayden Wayne, 75, joining us this week. Thank you for joining us, Hayden. How are you doing?
Yeah,
Brian?
absolutely. I'm doing great. I am at work, so I am in my virtual form. I officially live in the internets at this time. If you want to see my flesh form, I do that whenever I'm not at work. But because of brands and company names being all around where I'm at, I'm virtual whenever I'm at work. But
Gotta protect
happy
yourself.
to be here. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to be here, though.
Yeah, glad to have you. Now, when it comes to Gremlins 1984, what are your early memories of this one? Did you watch it growing up? Was it a video store? How was this one for you?
I think that for me, because I believe I'm just a little bit younger than you guys are. I actually think that I watched this at my friend's house who had cable in the early 2000s for the first time.
Okay.
And it was one of those that, the rating that came out for it in the 80s, it was like, it was fine. But then a little bit later on, parents weren't being as okay with younger kids watching it. I want to say I was like 12 or 13 when I first saw it. And this was in the early 2000s. And I remembered watching this movie and just thinking, like, it's an alternative Christmas movie, which are my favorite kind of Christmas movies. Because, like, personally, I'm not somebody who gets super into the, like, holly jolly spirits, all the everybody gets together and we all have a great time. I like those slightly alternative movies. Like I would put Die Hard in that category, which I think definitely is a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a fantastic Christmas movie, but it's an alternative Christmas movie is the leeway that I will give to that. Right. I put Gremlins in the same category, same as I do with Nightmare Before Christmas. I fully, wholly believe that is a Christmas movie that, that one much more embodies the spirit of Christmas. But Gremlins, again, it's a Christmas movie that is just, it's very taken out of what the Christmas spirit is supposed to be and said, okay, deal with this situation. Also, remember, it's Christmas. And it does bring a family together, and it is a lesson. Like there's all of these things that are learned in the movie.
Right.
But I can't remember the exact first time that I watched it, but I did just a couple of weeks ago watch it with my girlfriend for her first viewing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she's a little bit younger than me. She was born in the late 90s. So I was a little bit worried about how she was going to receive something from the mid 80s.
Right.
And at the end of the movie, she looked at me and she went, "That was pretty good." But she is also goth girl, horror girl. Like, she loves all of that kind of stuff. So
Gotcha.
I was happy to see that she actually did like this movie too.
Wow, right on. Yeah, like totally a big fan of like those alternative Christmas movies. Like we did the Ref last year with Dennis Leary and Kevin Spacey, and
Yeah.
that was a
I
wild
saw you
movie.
guys did Black Christmas like
Yep.
Recently, like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
Kevin
alternative.
didn't so much like the remake, but at least we didn't watch the remake from like 4 years ago, which was terrible.
No, the poster alone made me say skip.
Yep,
Skip.
Yeah. I
just like
didn't like that one
Ghostbusters
either.
2016.
It said we saw the poster to Ghostbusters 2016 and Yoga Hosers. Skip.
Yep.
Skip.
Pass.
Yeah.
But Kevin, how about you, brother? What's your first experience with this? I know it's one of your favorites, and you were super happy that we were going to do this finally.
Oh God, you know what? I don't actually remember if I got to see this in the theater or if I saw it as soon as it hit VHS. It was one of the two, but I think I saw it in the theater. But I could not tell you if I saw this or Ghostbusters first because they came out on the same day, and I know I saw them both in the theater.
Okay.
But this movie was pretty much it. I loved Dracula. I loved the Universal classics growing up. But when I saw Gremlins and Ghostbusters, that changed something in me because I understood what kids in the 50s and 60s got about horror pictures. They were terrified by something, legitimately terrified, because I'm not scared by black and white movies. They didn't scare me as a kid. They don't scare me as an adult.
Right.
But I was able to watch Gremlins at 4 years old and Ghostbusters at 4 years old and be really excited about what I'm seeing, but also terrified at night after the movie is over because I'm remembering the scary shit that I just saw.
Yeah.
And one of the things that made Gremlins so scary for a child, for me, is we lived in rural California on a farm, and we had cats, like mouser cats, everywhere around the house. And so during breeding season or mating season, you'd hear,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
and I'd be sitting underneath my window like, motherfuck, they're all outside.
So I, as somebody who was in my early teens in the early 2000s after watching this, we had Furbies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
And
remember,
if
yeah.
you had a Furby tucked away in your closet, occasionally you would hear a random meow because it just like woke up for whatever reason. And that was something that it would like in the middle of the night terrify you. And you would hear it and be like, oh, okay, that's just the Furby. It's fine. But then they talk for about 10 to 15 minutes before they just shut off. And you would just sit there wondering if that thing had, Toy Story style come to life in your closet. And they made very similar sounds to the Gremlins. So yeah, I've got that little bit of trauma hidden away in my mind at this point.
Well, see, that's one of the great things about this movie is that it's pretty timeless in the sense that the things that are scary about it remain scary. It's just there are still feral cats that are out fucking at night.
Yeah.
They still sound like gremlins that are mewling or doing whatever. There are still beautiful kittens that want to snuffle in your ear and they sound like Gizmo just having a good day. Like this movie, which we'll get to that later too, but like this movie is timeless in a lot of the great ways. Not so much with the inventing part, but although he'd be great on YouTube these days, wouldn't he?
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. This movie just kind of it really struck me as a kid, and it never went away. Like I never got tired of this flick. I'm always excited to see it, and dang, like it was a time. It was a good time growing up. Like this scared me, and then like 2 years later, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years later, I saw Pet Sematary, and it scared me the same way. And I want to say I hadn't been that scared since I'd seen Gremlins. Like only a handful of movies have truly bothered me at night to the point where I'm kind of like, that movie hasn't gone away yet.
Like, yeah, it's like those are the kind of horror movies that I love. The ones that like dig themselves into your brain and you don't think about it until you turn your lights off. You lay down, you get all cozy in bed, and then that one thought just pops into your mind for a second, and you're like, "Ooh, yeah, I don't like that."
It's too quiet.
Those are good. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and there's some really good ones. Like again, this Pet Sematary, The Exorcist, of course. Actually, I really can't think of. Oh, Poltergeist. Poltergeist is another one that I'm just kind of like, checked out. Even in my 40s, I'm kind of like, I know that's bullshit, but golly.
Yeah.
But Gremlins does have that little bit different vibe where it's like, you know, shortly after the containment zone is breached, and then everybody starts to realize there's a problem, right? Like once it escapes the house, that's then you look outside. It's one of those things where it's like you get that feeling that some weird shit's going on, and then you like look outside and everything's normal, and you're like, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, it's a little quiet out on the streets, a little too quiet. Why? The lights are all off and flickering. Weird.
Oh yeah, and right now I'm in the middle of the desert on a location, and I'm going to be here basically by myself for the next week.
Neat.
There won't be another person around me for like I think the closest neighbor I have is about 2 miles away, and I'm just out here. And you know, whatever happens, I guess.
I would have so much
trade.
I would have so much ABBA playing on my earbuds while working.
Dude, it's
like you just don't know. There'd be so much singing.
But at night, that's when it gets a little bit creepy. Right, because like you walk out to get a little bit of fresh air, and there's like not a car for miles, and it's like, ooh.
Okay, so you're inland. Are you like in Bakersfield type area?
Or
Texas?
I'm in southern New Mexico, so I'm pretty close to the New Mexico and like El Paso area. I'm like pretty close to that, so it's like border Mexico area. Let's just say there was a couple of years that there were lots of people just walking
around. Yep.
And you would like ask them questions, and they didn't speak any English, and there was a line of like 20, and it was weird.
You just say nothing. Mind, walk the other way, say nothing, wave, hi.
Just donde está el baño and keep on moving.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and as long as none of you are named Mikey and from outer space, we're all good here. Keep going. Welcome to the United States.
Yeah, like Jeff said in the chat, Jeff up north, what's up, brother? Gentlemen. Yes, it was a line of about 20 gentlemen just walking through the middle of the desert, and it was very strange to see. And he'd be like, "Are you guys lost?" And they'd be like, no English. They're like, oh,
understood.
Okay. Gotcha.
So they're not Jewish settlers.
No. Funny enough.
Turns out they were probably Catholic.
Probably.
Oh shit.
Oh man, you guys are talking about like the noises and stuff. When I first saw this movie as a kid, and I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters, but it was like weeks or like a couple months like after it came out. Yes, I'm that old. I saw it in theaters in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, when they still had a movie theater there. Last movie I saw in that theater was actually Transformers the movie before they converted it into an actual theatrical theater.
Oh no,
where they
oh
Yep, actors on stage. They turned it into a play theater. Yep.
God, culture.
I know, but I did get to see this there. But at my dad's farmhouse, where he always had like some aluminum siding that would always creak a little bit when the wind would hit up, and I would always think it's the goddamn Gremlins.
Yeah.
And so this movie traumatized me so much. I didn't like horror movies until I turned like 11 or 12 when my dad played Phantasm 2 for me for the first time. And I'm like, okay. And so I never call this like a real horror movie. It's not like a Nightmare on Elm Street where it's just all like mean spirited, evil, bloody or anything, or Swamp Thing where they cut off an arm and it grows back in the sunlight. This is a little more whimsical, a little more funny, but as a kid, it's like, the hell am I watching? Can I watch Willow instead? Oh no, that's scary too. Shit.
Well, no, this I would disagree. I would argue this was actually defined as a horror film until the 90s.
Well, internally in my head is what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers wanted to sell it, market it further as a children's picture, especially with Gizmo being popular from Bobby's World at that point. So when Howie got really popular and a household name, and like there were much worse things on the market to see, like it was totally safe to market Gremlins as a family film, and they even started putting it in big old like clamshell VHSs.
Yes, they did.
And that was, of course, your indication that this was a family picture, like Disney. And that was kind of a misnomer. This is a creature feature. In fact, this might be the most perfect creature feature ever made. Like, they are very intricate. They are very detailed. The only thing better than Gremlins is Gremlins 2, as far as it being a bigger creature feature, because they just like went balls to the walls with the creature designs on part 2.
Yep.
They
went a little bit bigger too with the.
This is that. Yeah. That's one of my favorite. I think it's the SNL sketch where they go in there and they go, "Okay, we're gonna make this movie. We're gonna have these little monsters, and they're all gonna be unique. Who's got an idea for what the monsters are gonna be?" And one was like, I don't know, one of them with like eyeshadow and a mohawk. Like, that's in the film. One of them who dresses up like a lady. It's in the film. Like, I love that sketch.
It's in the film. That reminds me of Louie from fucking The State. I want to dip my balls in it. Who's got something to eat? I've got a jar of mayonnaise. I want to dip my balls in it.
I'm sure you do.
I do. I've got a piece of tuna. I want to dip my balls. Anyway, Gremlins. I want to dip my balls in it.
Well, let's kick us off on the good stuff, Kevin.
All right. Well, I mentioned it. The puppetry. The puppetry itself is like
so good.
Creature features are only as good as your creatures, and
this is very true.
Nothing as good as this. Like, I haven't seen a creature feature as fun as Gremlins until Krampus came out. Like, they just don't make them this good. And there's Hollywood is like a large part to blame for that. Like, the 90s killed horror to a large degree. Slashers
Early
survived,
2000s.
but yeah, CGI destroyed a lot of horror when it comes to your practical effects, because that's creature features need to be practical effects. That's where I say I loved Krampus. Like, I haven't seen anything as good as Krampus since Gremlins, but Krampus can't be as good as Gremlins because Krampus is all like 99% fucking CGI. It's a fun creature feature, and the creatures are totally awesome in it. But with the exception of the elves, one of which is fucking Seth Green, it's all CGI. This, by and large, they're all it's either puppetry or mirrors and puppetry.
Yeah.
Like there was no CGI at this point. They just made everything work, and they used old Harryhausen tricks and made this just phenomenal creature feature.
Yeah, you'd almost think like Henson was involved with this, but they weren't.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So I guess you can and should probably define Henson movies as creature features, but yeah, no, I into more horror sense.
Well, it's just it's on the level of Henson's puppetry, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so good that I can imagine being somebody that was born in the 90s, that being from the 80s, it would seem like very almost natural movements, right? Like obviously, you're watching a movie, but you've never seen anything like this where the puppets are moving so fluidly and they're so connected to the world and the reactions and
the facial expressions move and are very human in a way.
That's one of the things with Gizmo is his facial expressions throughout the entire movie are so in depth, and you could not expect to see that from just puppetry today.
No, not really. Most studios wouldn't want to invest in it. They, it's just make it CG, do this, do whatever, it's unnecessary. No, I like puppets, and I have the utmost respect for puppeteers. I'm friends online with Kirk Thatcher, who does the voice of the Gremlins. That's not Stripe. Stripe was done by Michael Winslow.
Right.
Kirk did the rest of the voices for the Gremlins and stuff like that, and all the laughter and the chattering. And it is an absolute honor to know that man, because like he scared the fuck out of me as a kid with this, and then Star Trek 4. He was the punk rocker that flips off Captain Kirk on Star Trek 4, and I always hated him for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Kirk.
I didn't realize that. Oh.
So when he goes to cons and stuff like that to do signings, he's got a picture of him from fucking Star Trek 4 flipping off Captain Kirk.
Oh my god! Speaking of like the chatter and stuff like that, like the bar scene in this movie, like as much as is going on in the bar scene when the Gremlins have like infested that bar. Oh, dude, I love that scene. It's so good because there's so much going on. And it focuses on some things, and then in the background, you've still got other things happening. Like it's such a good scene.
And so when I watched it last night was probably the most special time I've had watching it since I saw it in 84. And I watched it on my Quest, and I had it just like enlarged. So it was like a big screen across the entire wall.
Your theater style.
Yes. And it was the 3D surround sound and in 4K. It was beautiful. And the sound was amazing. Like it really sounded like cats in your ears, whether it be, Mogwai or Gremlin. It sounded exactly like that. And if you're a cat person, like if a kitten or even just a full-grown cat purrs in your ear, it tends to give you goosebumps. You're like, oh, I'm getting nubs.
So cats actually have a healing quality whenever they purr. And if you are sick or injured, it can actually help to heal your bones or your ailment, which I've always found very interesting. But I am also a cat person. So like I've had multiple cats throughout my life. I love cats. I love dogs too, but cats have this that purr, the certain tone that they do can actually have some healing qualities.
Yes.
So,
Cats were deities, and they know that.
Mm-hmm.
And
every single fucking one of them knows that.
Yes, they do. The four in this house know that because they sleep on my chest every damn night.
And they
Yeah,
look,
but isn't that the best? Like when your cat comes up and just like curls up on your chest, and they nuzzle up right under your chin, right as you're like starting to fall asleep.
When
and you're
it's
like,
the
"Okay,
lightweight
Cat."
girls, yeah, that's not a problem. When my boy Artie does it, it's like, bro, you 14-pound ass, get off me.
Okay, that's fair.
my friend Rachel's cats were all 30 pounds minimum.
Oof.
They were big kitty mouse.
Maine Coons or
One was-
something. Why?
Yep. One was a Mancoon, one was a Tux, and the other one was a Siamese. The Mancoon was the big one. That was
Big
sweet.
kitties.
I want one
She-
so bad.
She had a big butt. And then Damien was the Siamese cat, and he hated everyone, punished everyone for existing, but really liked me. And I'm afraid of
Nice.
Siamese cats. I'm not afraid of cats, except for Siamese cats. And when he and I first started hanging out, when I'd hang out at my neighbor's house, like he scared the life out of me. And one day he just kind of like walked up behind me on the couch and draped himself across my neck. I'm like, oh, please don't eat me. No one make any sudden sounds or movements so this thing doesn't eviscerate my neck. Nope. I was his bitch from that day forward. Like I was his person. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So a couple years later, like we were home slices.
You wanted your own little gizmo.
I had a cat at that point, and his name was Gizmo.
Oh,
Yep. And he was more dog than cat, but yeah. He was pretty fucking awesome.
you have a fan in the chat there,
I
Hayden.
know. I just saw he was here. This
Hello,
is
Tobias.
for anyone who doesn't know, this is someone claiming to be my son. I have no children.
You know what? That's cool. I wish that was my case. I have people like telling me they're my kids, and fuck, they probably are. Shit. At least two of them are. I know.
This kid is everywhere. Every stream that I show up to, this guy.
It's like magic. Oh God, no!
And you are now both uncles.
But I like a lot of the characters in this one with Zach and Phoebe. Like this is around Phoebe's like heyday in the 80s. She's about to go skyrocketing with her career after this. So
And they had her so unsexy in this movie. Which
I
is
know
really
that's
fun.
what I was about to say. Is like they had her so like kind of plain Janed.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say they uglified her, but they made her seem so average.
No, yeah, but I think that was kind of the point. Was like this
Yeah.
was just an average like group of people that had a monstrous thing happening, right? So like they didn't want to make anybody super attractive. They were just a couple of kids in a town that had a terrible thing happen.
Make sure you cast Dick Miller.
Yeah.
This movie just cemented him as being one of my favorite actors of all time, just ever. Like, I want to say my favorite actor is probably Burgess Meredith, but Dick Miller's a close second.
Yeah. So
everything he's in is just amazing.
Well, yeah, him with the tractor, and then his wife, and then messing with the TV. It's like, yep. I remember these days.
And he was so racist, over the top fucking racist.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, but he was also a bit on the racist side.
Like the only
he
thing
certainly hated Volkswagen cars, so he has a problem with the Krauts out there, everybody.
Yeah, and Tojo, none of those Japanese tractors and shit like that. None of the Toyotas.
Kawasaki.
Tojo don't fuck up my tractor. Put Gremlins in it. Oh God, that was so.
It's worked
dumb.
great for
So
15
dumb.
years. Never had an issue.
Maybe that's why I never understood racism as a kid, because I'm kind of like,
That's just stupid. That
Like,
doesn't make sense.
I love that
racist. Oh,
in this movie they actually do, pull in the different vehicles and the issues that they have, like at the early point.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Like they're because you've got problems with this and this is reliable, and like it was just a nice little touch to kind of get you into the world, right? Like have it like that first scene that his car doesn't start, and he's like, oh yeah, these German cars. And it's like, okay, well, they were notoriously good cars, but still,
Right.
he's just mad that it's a foreign car.
Had to have been a diesel because they always had a hard start in the winter. for the Volkswagen
Every
bugs.
diesel does forever.
Yeah.
But no, I liked that they put those little like subtleties into this where you could see that interplay, especially which was more going on in the 80s for sure. And I don't know, it really like sets the tone of kind of where they're at, what the world is, what the time is. Like that it's a subtle little thing, but whenever you actually look at it, it's like, oh yeah, okay. It's cold. It's not starting. He's going to have to walk. But you know what works? His American-made snowplow. Like,
Yeah.
Mr. Plow.
I like that part of it.
Yeah.
Mr. Plow.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I don't know. Simpsons was on Twitter today, and I'm like, oh my God. Because they killed like Marge like 30 years in the future or something. It's like, oh, all right, whatever.
Yeah, everyone got butt, and then you hear, oh, it's a flash forward. Never mind.
Yeah, it's like,
you guys know that. And then,
I
last
apologize.
week,
I'm getting a work call. I gotta
Nope.
bounce for just a second. I'll be right back.
Nope,
hit it.
But jeez. Yeah, hearing that about the Simpsons, I'm like, well, all right, whatever. Once you got the context of it, it's like, oh well, whatever. I'm not going to care about that.
Yeah, like it's an artistic choice. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Like, it's each episode of The Simpsons is pretty much singular into itself, kind of like Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead. So, I mean, yeah, there is continuity. Like, things do flow, but not regularly. They're all callbacks. They could do callbacks, and it makes sense.
Well, they end up doing. Did they really do any callbacks in Gremlins too? As we get ready to do that one for next week, I'm like, oh man, it's been too long. I've seen this original Gremlins like just about every year. My wife hates this movie. She refuses to watch it because it scared her as a kid, and she's just like, nope. Every time I bring it up, it's like, okay, well, I'm watching that on my own then. So
that's why we watch it, because it scared.
I actually had a little toy Mogwai for a while.
Cool.
Gizmo, but I don't know what happened to it. It might have been, it was a little plushie. I enjoyed it, but
was it
I like. What's that?
Was it the NECA one?
No, it was not a NECA one. This was one from like
Walmart,
Target from like 15, 20 years ago.
Okay, yeah. All right, interesting.
So, there's not a whole lot of like swaggy things out there for Gremlins, but when it comes to like Gremlins, like that's one of the things that's always been a little on the lacking side is the toys. But once NECA got into the market and there's options for that, that's great. I just wish there was more like diorama sets because there's so many cool, fun locations. You talked about the bar scene earlier. Then there's the movie scene, and in the second movie they do another movie scene, and so there's lots of like fun exciting scenes where not a whole lot is happening, but a lot is happening at the same time. You can focus anywhere on the screen, background of the bar, in the movie theater. You can look in all the far corners. Everybody's just doing a little bit something extra. So it always keeps that feeling of motion and keeping your eyes moving. And it helps with the pacing of the movie. So it's hour and 47 minutes. Does not feel like an hour and 47 minutes. It feels like it's about an hour and 20. So
Yes,
pacing on this
movie-
is
This movie
kiss.
could be much longer, and I'd be just as happy with it.
Well, seriously, they could have added like 13 more minutes and I would have had no issue with it. And I'm sure that they had some deleted scenes, but
Oh yeah. There's quite a lot. That's for the bad section, unfortunately.
yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more about that, but there's way more comprehensive reviews that we could be doing for this. This is just a
We're just chilling.
Yeah, a friendly review of one of our favorite movies. But as far as an educational review, there's so much behind Gremlins that's worth reading and worth studying.
This could be a 6-hour stream just talking about all of that.
Yeah, because the original script to Gremlins was nothing what you saw in the theater.
That I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, like Gizmo dies at the end. And
I never read it, but I heard the bullet points on some of it, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of twisted.
Yeah, and was like beat Stripe somehow by his final form is friendship power.
Yeah,
And
I mean, which was kind of the way that the movie ended up going anyway. Like friendship power helps to beat Stripe, but
yes, but it didn't have like Care Bears care and like have the
true.
Yeah,
or gummy bears, yeah.
Which is basically the way it was described to me by Frank Dietz and Jonah Ray, and I was kind of like, that's awful. That's just thank you, Joe Dante, for fixing that. That was awful.
The way that they end it with like after he like jumps into that fountain and then it gets shut down, like that's a good ending to it. But it is very heavy on the Gizmo finally fucking does something.
Yes. Riding around in a pink Corvette.
Yeah, which is honestly the first time in the movie that Gizmo does anything besides like breed a baby off of his back.
Or try and sound sweet and cute and
yeah.
I'm a good boy.
The whole rest of the time it's like, and then now he's gone into action mode and he finally helps to resolve the situation at the very end of the movie.
Yeah,
at least in the second one he goes all Rambo.
Well,
yeah.
In the second one, they give him PTSD and he fucking snaps.
Exactly.
So I haven't seen the second one in about 10, 15 years, maybe. Doesn't he tie a bandana around his head at one point?
Yes, he watches Rambo 3 and emulates.
Okay. Yeah.
The bow and arrow and lights and he goes.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen that one, but I seem to remember him going Rambo in the most literal sense of the term.
Yep.
Yeah, like he's locked up in the air shafts. Mohawk like throws him in the air shaft and locks him up there, and he's like he's making all these weapons and shit, and he's hearing Sylvester Stallone going, "In order to survive a war, you got to become war."
That always cracks me up.
So I was gonna try to watch Gremlins 2 before we had this stream, and I unfortunately didn't get the chance because I remember several of those moments from that movie as well. But
oh yes,
yeah, that I don't know. There's something about the first Gremlins though, because I feel like it was one of those first Christmas movies that was like, hey, Christmas, we're going to flip the script completely and we're going to make a movie that you're not going to want to show your family on Christmas because it's a little bit too gory. Just like that scene that they have at the beginning, whenever, the Gremlins are basically just being rambunctious. They're not like out to kill or anything.
Yeah.
And they're in the house and they're causing all of these problems in the house after they've gotten food and all of that. And the mom has to kill like, what is it, 3 or 4?
Yeah, something like that. She kills 4 of them.
That was so much
She kills
fun.
3
I love
and Billy
that
kills
sequence.
the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so like rapidly comes out of nowhere where it's like, oh yeah, they're these cute little things. And then it's like, nah, they're going to just mess everything up.
Yep.
Yeah. And that song, the Do You Hear What I Hear?
Yep. You're just listening to Christmas music
as a kid. Fuck me
Yep.
up. I hated that song because of this movie. I was like, why?
Yeah, every time I hear that song, I think Gremlins every damn time. It's like,
yeah, it's not joyous. It's scary. Fuck
Yeah,
that stupid song.
it very quickly turns into, hang on, I need to check the house.
Yeah, and then my pants. Thank you.
pretty much.
Back, not front. Ugh. But yeah, that was one of the scarier parts, and that was one of those parts where you're just kind of like, I absolutely fucking love this. And then she goes fucking savage. Her kill styles were just
Her
top
body
notch.
count is crazy by comparison.
Better than
all
Billy's.
of her kills are very mom kills.
Yes,
Right?
they are.
Like, they're not, she's not doing some like crazy badass shit. She's just like, there's a cap to the blender. I'll put the cap on it and turn it on.
Yeah, right.
Throw it in the microwave. Boom. 5 minutes.
Yeah, just start the microwave. There it is. Boom. Done.
That touched me as a child. I understood how special that was.
Yep.
And oh god damn, that was amazing. And there's a scene in Metal Gear Solid 4 where you have to go through this long hallway that's like got microwave generators protecting whatever. And like Snake is getting cooked going through all the microwaves, and all I could think of was explode, explode, explode. Like the gremlin on this thing.
But if I end that, he just like falls down. That's like,
Yeah, there was
He-
no kabloom.
He didn't pop. There was no pop. Yeah,
No.
don't get me started on Metal Gear Solid. It's one of my favorite game series ever.
Yeah, I don't want to cry tonight. Thank you.
Oh, no. Well, that's not a normal movie review for us then if we don't make Kevin cry in one way, shape, or form.
All right. So like the end of like Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4 destroys me every time. I cannot fucking watch it without crying. Either one of them.
The end of 4 is just, it's so deep.
Where you think Snake kills himself. I wanted to go throw up in the bathroom. And I'm like almost 30 at that point playing it.
So I played 4 for the first time last year.
Okay.
Because I had never owned a PS3, and my girlfriend bought me one for my birthday with Metal Gear Solid 4 because she knew how much I loved Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, once I got to the end of that game, oh hey, we did it. 0.point,
Yep.
right? Like
This is what we do around here.
That's why I love this show.
So to get back on topic real quick, I don't know, the end of Gremlins, it's like it's one of those where it's like last minute survival. And whenever I watched it a couple of weeks ago, I was just like, why were there not more like military involved in this? Like why did nothing activate and be like, oh, we've got a problem in a city for an entire day.
Pretty
Well,
much.
a town, whatever. But
Because
I don't know,
somehow everything but the radio station got cut. And even then, like,
That's true.
I don't know why, like, the military wasn't monitoring that
Yeah,
shit. Did they think
but
it was like
and
a
again, this
Orson
could be
Welles sort
me-
of situation?
right. Again, this could be me just growing up in like the 90s and early 2000s where communication was a little bit better. But it brought up one of those situations where, like, okay, it got to the point that they put it on lockdown, but nobody did shit. Like all the
No.
streets were still open. It was very strange to me.
Everybody, like, hid. They just hunkered
Yeah.
down because they were getting attacked out in the streets otherwise. Which was
Yeah,
fun.
like Tobias Hayden says, as I hate to bring up, he has a good point. That dial-up internet.
Oh, yeah, that was...
That was more military based at that point too. So after watching like War Games with Matthew Broderick, it's like, we're not really ready for the internet, so to speak. So
Yeah.
And
mean,
you know
that's-
what? The Gremlins could have conquered the internet when in part 2, where they get the electric gremlin and they like get
That's-
sucked into the
yes.
phone. That was the only optional choice would have been to have him like go into hyperspace, but that wasn't really a thing then.
right. But you know, for the town in general, like even the police weren't buying it until about basically the final act of the movie anyway. So
Oh,
Yeah,
who-
well, that's true. Like they had the whole like scene of being there with the police and
the Santa getting attacked, and they're like, "Is that Fred? What's he up to? What's actually going on with him?" And then you see the gremlin cackling at the
well,
the
that,
police.
it-
Then they
that's-
rip the brake lines, and everything goes crazy from there.
That's kind of one of the bad parts, though, right? Where the police immediately go no, and then they show him Gizmo, and the police get completely dumbfounded
Yeah,
and stop worrying about the rest of the town, and immediately just go, "Oh, that's a cute little thing you've got in your backpack."
well, I
don't
mean,
think-
they had a lot of rum.
That's
or whatever they were boozing up with.
That was eggnog, baby. It was rum. Should have been if they had any class whatsoever.
Could have been
rum or
whiskey.
whiskey.
Yep,
Do you mix whiskey with eggnog?
you can.
I have in the past,
Well,
but I am a notorious drinker.
I was gonna
Like,
say
Welcome to the club, brother.
I'm an alcoholic, so
I probably am. I just haven't come to terms with it.
if there's a bit of sugar in it, I will.
Oh
drink
yeah,
that.
Kevin's all about
brother.
that.
I drink vodka and club soda.
Oof.
So there's
I'm not
no
a vodka
sugar in
guy.
it.
I'm more whiskey and rum. So
I like rum. I can't drink whiskey because it's fucking gluten. And my apple cider is just goddamn delightful. And vodka's amazing too. I do love vodka.
If I'm gonna drink apple cider, it's gonna be like hard cider, alcoholic cider. That's the only way I'm drinking it.
Yep.
Ooh. What is that?
Cider Boys. Cider Boys
Okay.
makes up to Cider Boys. This is strawberry and apple. It's 5%, 6%, I think 5, but they go up to 12% with their ciders, and it's really good.
dang.
All right.
Yeah, the higher ones, the higher percentages kind of give me a tummy ache for as much as I like to drink, and I'm like, ugh, no, too much.
Yeah, I drink Tito's vodka and carbonated water.
I'd rather just have the vodka. Or I'm sorry, not the vodka, the tequila. The tequila.
The tequila.
Probably just rather have the vodka too.
Yeah.
Tequila's good.
I just listen. I can mix a couple of shots into a cup and just drink that for 20 minutes.
There you go.
And 20 minutes to an hour. And end up way too drunk to be functioning.
And that's when you put the Quest on and go driving.
Or flying.
Oh man, I used to tell people like I'd be drinking and driving all the time. Like, what? Yeah, I fucking got a 6-pack and played some Mario Kart last night. It was amazing. And then you graduate to a VR headset and you're like, oh my God. I'm like, I would never ever want to do this in a million years.
That's the thing.
Terrifying.
Like I wear glasses and contacts, and whenever I'm like hooked up to my MetaQuest 3, I can just see. Because the resolution's so good and the screen is right in front of my eyes.
Yep.
Like I can just do whatever without the need of glasses or contacts or anything. And I'm just like, I could just put those on and live.
That's what I said. Like I told my ex, like I could probably drive with a Gertie on my head.
Yeah, I think I could with the MetaQuest 3.
And she says, you probably shouldn't do that. I said, you're right, but I want to.
Yeah, I know. I want to buy it
No,
just
I'm
to
gonna have to
know.
get one.
If I die, then that's the answer. But otherwise, I think I could do it.
If I die, I die.
I died doing something cool.
Of course.
I died playing with this sick ass toy.
You guys and your MetaQuests. You're gonna end up getting me to get one at some point anyway.
You
I know.
should.
It was ABF and Irwin that convinced me to get one, and then I
Okay.
got it, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool as shit." And it's cool for like a couple of days, and then
Yeah.
you're like, "All right, I'll wait until something else happens," because the VR market isn't there as much as you think it is.
No. No, it's now that I have both systems, it's better. I have a lot more options than I did just with the PSVR 2. But no, it's they're still fucking the VR market in general.
Yeah.
Like Quest was doing really well with it after Sony dropped off and hacked and slashed a lot of their studios. But I read today that now they're wanting to start trimming down with their productions. It's like, fucking come on,
course.
man. Everybody loves these goddamn things. They should love these things. Make them fucking cheaper.
But you don't even have to make them cheaper. It's just like make something better for them.
Yeah, there's that too. Don't make shit. For the PSVR, it didn't do well because all the games are rinky dink.
Yeah.
They were just rinky dink, cheap ass games. Like nothing that makes you feel like you are in another reality. It's like the comparison of playing Pong to tennis. Like it really is that much of a difference. Once you get to the PSVR 2 and the MetaQuest 3, then you're playing games like Star Wars or Behemoth, where you are doing real world interactions and having conversations with different NPCs, and you're just kind of like,
or even have you played the Batman game?
I bought it. I have not played it yet. I got caught up on Deadpool.
I had my girlfriend one time go, why are you like swinging your fists so hard? Like you're just punching the air. So because my VR space is like in our bedroom, right? And she just like woke up while I was playing a game. She's like, you don't have to do it that hard. And I was like, yeah, you do. Because
These
it actually
motherfuckers
follows the
deserved it.
momentum of how you're moving.
Nice.
So you go to punch a bad guy and you actually have to punch. And you've got to punch hard. Otherwise, it does not care. If you just kind of like slightly move a little bit,
you just tap
the
him.
VR. Yeah, it like the dude doesn't go down, and it's like, no, I'm trying to knock the bad guys out. It's like, oh, I could do this for a workout.
Yeah, that is one of the great things I do love about the VR headsets. And the PSVR 2 is hard because it's wired, and it's got it is a dope system. But if you try to do anything with it physical, you get heated up, you get hot very fast, and it's so sealed up in the headset that it steams up and it fogs up really bad.
Oh.
With the Quest, you can get a headset that has a built-in fan with it, so it just automatically blows that condensation away.
Mine has all of that. Like I said, I've got the Quest 3.
Yep.
I'm just waiting on them to make another good game. Like that would be cool. If somebody would make a game that I could play that with. I've got a whole backpack that has that whole setup in it.
Deadpool is awesome. Is all I can say.
I haven't touched my VR in probably like almost a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's depressed.
It was really cool for like the first couple of days.
I believe that.
And then I was done with it at that point.
Yeah.
Real life sucks. I prefer VR.
Yep. Or escaping into movies. And so we're working on Gremlins. What about anything that did not work for you guys for Gremlins? Kevin?
So not a lot doesn't work for me in this movie. The original script, like I said, was kind of caca. Joe Dante did a fabulous job making this a much better picture. But otherwise, there's the scenes that Warner Brothers said, no, you need to tone that down. That was my only part where I was like, the script was better. So, for example, the science teacher, his death wasn't just a syringe in the butt with air. He had syringes all over his face. Like that gremlin just like shanked him all over with he looked like Pinhead. Yeah. And they made Dante cut pieces like that out. And so Gremlins was a much darker picture. It had that the hope and friendship and everything else to it, but the violence was darker. And that's where I'm kind of like, you could have kept that in and it would have been okay, I think. I'm not sure, but I think that would have been okay. Gremlins is scary without being too gory. There's not a whole lot of gore to this. There's a little bit of blood, but not much. You see a bit of blood on Billy, and that's about it. On his chest, he gets a scratch. There could be a lot more of that. There could be a lot more biting. There could be a lot more scratching and all sorts of different things. And there's
mom
not
had
a lot
like
of that.
3 scratches on her cheek. That was about the only other thing I noticed.
Yeah, the rest of it's implied. And that's it. And that's fine.
Or
it didn't
green
need to be shown.
ooze.
Yes, green ooze is also good because it's not blood. So they could show that.
Everywhere.
Red blood.
Yeah, there was it felt like there was a lot more they could have done with the hyper violence of these creatures that have been birthed and are now trying to honestly, their goal is cause mayhem. Like they're just mischievous and they don't care about killing. They don't care about any of that kind of stuff. But there could have been I'm not somebody who's into like hyper gore stuff, but like there could have been a little bit more in this movie for sure.
If you like gore, Ghoulies 2 is probably the way to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ghoulies picks up for the slack on that front.
Yeah, it's not remotely cute at all. Like in any way, shape, or form. Like the cutest thing in Ghoulies franchise is like Royal Dano in the second movie.
Yeah.
Because he's got dementia. He's like a pet. But this has that cuteness factor, and they they had the Gremlins being truly savage, and they gave that up, which was fine, but they kept them being agents of anarchy, like you said.
Yeah.
And I truly loved that. And Stripe has always been my favorite movie villain. Is even as far as the Gremlins go. Once you got to part 2, there were so many other different individual Gremlins that had a personality. Stripe was the only Gremlin that had a personality in this movie. In part 2, they all have different personalities for the most part.
Yeah,
but Stripe was always the one that I truly gravitated towards. He was.
Stripe is just an agent of chaos. Is like that's the only way that I can really quantify him, is that he just, as long as things were being fucked up, he was happy.
He was, yeah.
And as soon as it all stopped, he was like, "Up, I got to get to water so that I can make more."
Yeah, like we're not having fun. We're not breaking shit. We need to get back to that.
Yeah.
And I love him for that. And that was just, I mean, like as a kid growing up with ADHD, it was kind of like, maybe I found my people. Like, shit, I just bought a shirt yesterday with a stripe on it that says disobey. I was like,
nice.
Daddy needs that. And I bought it. I relate to Gremlins. I love it. I love mischief. I love breaking things. I love stirring the pot, and I love getting the fuck out of town just before things blow up.
Well, that's yeah, and that's the thing about Stripe, is that like he was constantly aware of the situation.
Yes.
And he's like, nope, I gotta leave this place now. But at the same time, whenever you actually like analyze this movie, it's like, okay, that's very like plot armor to carry him to the end of the movie.
Right.
He doesn't have any reason to leave most places besides things are already going bad, and then somehow Stripe survived.
Well, it wasn't an excuse, or a shitty excuse, rather, for him to be like, oh shit, there's out of candy here, but there's some across the street.
Yep, I see the word candy. There's more over there.
Yeah, yum. Like, I got that. Like, even as a kid, that was not a far stretch for me.
It was like bar hopping, but for candy.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough, but it's just like he very conveniently makes it out of every situation that kills all the rest of them. Like, and it's just kind of like, okay, well, like, yeah, I get it. The reason is because he found other places to go, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, why wasn't anybody else worried about that?
Well, I think the movie also sets up well enough that he takes the lead. He's clearly the leader of all of the Gremlins.
He's smarter.
And so he's got intelligence and enough to control. He's got some sort of authority over the rest of them. And there's a couple of scenes where he's like playing the poker, and he's like, just looking like, no, you're not acting crazy enough, or whatever you're doing. Like, whatever you're doing over there ain't working, and you're a minion at this point. So.
Yeah, and that's fair. It's just, again,
I get your point though.
Yeah, point is, it's just very like, he just happens to be in the right place at the right time
a few times.
A lot of the time, and
every time.
Okay, it's like, I get it. He's the big bad. All right, let's just kind of move this along a little bit. There were certain parts in watching the movie that I was like, okay, yeah, I know, fine, whatever. Find a reason for him to move on, and let's just like, let's keep him alive until the last minute. Okay.
Let's have him figure out how to fire up a chainsaw and be able to go full force and power for power with Zach. It's like, what are you doing here? No, Zach, you have a baseball bat. You could easily smack the little fucker.
Yeah. Well, and that's That's another thing. They're fucking like 2 foot tall.
Yeah.
You can very
All right.
easily dispatch them.
No,
with
sir. No,
anything.
I disagree.
Uh-oh. Here it
Oh,
comes.
but no. Okay. I have been bit in the ass by a 2-foot-long creature. I have been hit in the ass by that same creature. And I swear to God, it got my attention like no motherfucker I've ever seen. A bobcat is not much bigger than a gremlin, if bigger than at all.
They are more agile, though.
Are they?
Like, have you seen the way? Like, listen, I like me some practical effects and some puppets, but like,
Right.
There are certain points in this movie that they seem to react and move a little slow to things.
Oh, fine. They might be a little rubbery, but still.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, again, as a fan of owning cats, as a guy who has owned a couple of cats,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you don't react the same way my cat that fought every person who walked into the house did.
I once had one of our little girls, 10-pound nothing, running full steam through the house right into my shin and drop me like a freaking sack of potatoes. Like, oof. And I had a bruise for like 3 weeks.
You weren't in a defensive position. If you were defensive, you would have hit.
True.
I'd have just moved my foot.
Well, I was walking towards her. I turned around and smack, and it sounded like a gunshot went off, and I thought I killed our cat.
They can knock you down, but if you feel like that thing that's that size is coming at you to kill you, you just like, I'm going for like the best punt that's ever happened.
Sorry, Kitty.
You didn't think that at that time. So
No.
like, I'm just saying there are ways to take care of that, because I have had to do that with cats before, where it's like, you see the cat coming and it comes at you and it runs and it jumps and you see the claws out and then you just kick.
Yeah.
You have no other choice but to put your foot out. You don't want to put your hand out because that's like bare skin.
Yeah.
And the foot, of course, has got the leg attached to it, which is much longer than the arm. Yeah, no, I feel you. I am not one for hurting animals at all, but when it comes to like protecting yourself,
exactly.
fuck yeah, you do what you need.
You do what you have
My
to do.
favorite.
Same boat.
I got bit once by my favorite dog that I've ever had, and I hit her. And when I say I hit her, I don't mean I slapped her on the head. I mean I fucking punched her in the fucking head. And I felt so horrible, and she felt so horrible. She bit me so hard in the shin, but she didn't mean to. She wasn't trying to bite me. What she was trying to bite was my Mastiff, and the Mastiff jumped out of the way, and Lucy bit me in the shin. And she was a bulldog, and she had a really strong bite, and she nailed me right in the tibia and dropped me like a sack of potatoes. And I screamed, and on the way down, I just railed her right on the top of the head.
Yeah, I get that. Like my situation was, I had a feral cat coming after me, like a random feral cat.
Yeah,
and it was coming at me because they do that thing where they like kind of stand back for a second.
Yep.
And then you can tell when they're fixing to come at you.
Oh, they wind up the ass.
Yeah, exactly. And this cat launched at me, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. So it was like, okay, as the cat gets here, I'm kicking.
Sorry.
And it latched onto my leg as I kicked. And then it was just slap. Get that motherfucker off. Like,
yeah, right.
So I feel that there's a similar situation that could happen with something like a gremlin whenever it's coming after you. Whereas like, okay, I'm going to line up for an Olympic level punt because I know this wants to hurt me. Let's do it. And then if it latches on, you just start trying to beat the shit out of it.
All I could think of is Ace Ventura. We're going downtown. I just pumped that motherfucker.
That's what, the part that sucks is whenever you try to do that and then it's just attached to your pant leg.
It ain't going nowhere.
Then that's where you get to see what happens in Gremlins too, because that happens to quite a few people where they have them on their pant legs or on either shoulder, both, and getting choked out. They manhandle people in the second one. It's pretty awesome. You don't get to see that as much in this one.
All right.
And that goes back to the bad. But the bad for me again is very far and few in between. Maybe this gets toned down to a family film from being a horror film, from being a creature picture or creature feature. It had a step up in its sequel. It was a different type of movie. So it wasn't comparable to the original. It just got to be a good sequel. So you're like, wow, that was fucking awesome. So I don't personally have a whole lot of bad to this movie. I love the cast. I love the creatures. I love the concept. Like bad just doesn't occur to me in this movie.
No,
except for what they cut.
The bad occurs to be in like certain little areas where I'm like, well, why wouldn't you just stop this before it becomes a problem?
Does no one have a gun? Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, okay, nobody's doing anything. Well, if I saw some weird little alien creature that was causing problems, I'm gonna take care of it as fast as possible and dispatch the situation and then try to figure out what's going on. But I'm also from Texas and we're used to, if unidentified thing shows up, just shoot it.
Correct.
We'll
Sure,
figure
first
it out
ask
later.
questions later.
Yep. That's
shoot first, ask questions never.
Yep, that's the proper quote, Kevin. Thank you.
Yeah. But there are several moments in this, like after they become gremlins, that's like, oh, why does nobody have a gun? Why is nobody just like taking care of this? The cops are completely fucking lazy, and I get it. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
we're going into that, and I know that everybody's going to be extremely lazy. But the last time I got pulled over was on Christmas, so that because I was going 5 miles over the speed limit.
Oh, jeez.
The cop was
in the
lonely.
middle of nowhere. He was bored.
Yeah.
And he saw me and he pulled me over. And I'm like, well, but in a town where apparently nobody's out and nobody's doing jack shit on Christmas.
I'd have just asked, were you looking for a kiss, officer? Because what?
That's gonna cost you, brother.
Yeah, he walked up and my window was already down and he just stuck his hand out. He didn't say anything to me. And I was like, okay, I know the kind of guy that I'm dealing with for this. But it's just, here you go. License, insurance, all of that jazz. Like, I all right.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be a cock thing, but that's better.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank God. I can't imagine how it would have gone if I would have just been like, oh, is this what you're looking for, officer? It probably would not have gone very well.
Have you seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Yes. I love that movie.
Where fucking Gary Busey pulls him over, but he can't ticket him for anything. He goes, just one last thing. Can I have a kiss before you leave? It's very lonely. It's very lonely out here.
So to let you know, the last time I watched that, I was tripping on salvia.
Cool. I mean, that's
I
terrible
was
stuff.
seeing the movie happen on my walls, and it was just playing on the TV in front of me, but I was seeing it on the walls and everything.
Oh man, cool.
And then a cop knocked on my door, and I got more quiet than I have ever been before.
Nothing
He
happened
couldn't
in
verify
here.
there was anybody home, all right? So he couldn't verify that they needed to go into the house.
Suddenly you became Drax the Destroyer and became so slow that you were invisible.
Bro, I was sitting on the couch, tripping as my door's being beat on, and I get up and I go and look, and they shout out the county name and sheriff's office, and I look through, and all I see is tan uniform and badge with like a big ass hat. And I walked right back over to the couch and sat the fuck down.
Yeah.
No one's here but us chickens.
that was over 10 years ago.
Damn.
So that was, holy shit, that was 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So it's past the statute of limitations, kids.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that.
And at the same time, salvia was not illegal.
Wasn't it?
It's not even past statute. Not in my state. Not in Texas.
Kevin,
I
you're
guess
in the
it
wrong
wasn't.
state, brother.
It was just one of those gosh, I don't know. Huh.
My downstairs neighbor in my apartment called because she smelled some strange smell coming from upstairs.
Oh.
And I heard the entire conversation of he's smoking marijuana upstairs.
No, I'm not.
I was not.
It's synthetic.
Yep. I was smoking in the bathroom, and somehow the smell made it into her bathroom and the rest of her apartment. And yeah. So I just didn't answer the door.
Smart man.
Because I was just like, I'm
No.
just going to sit here and be quiet.
Yep, not tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm playing video games.
Yeah, I was watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and tripping, and I was like, nope.
No, you were in the movie. You were not watching the movie.
It was happening on the walls as I went to the door to try to look through the keyhole.
Yep.
Or the what do you call it? A peephole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be like, no,
And I looked
No.
through.
Mr. Superman not here.
Yeah,
No,
I still saw the
leave.
movie playing, and I was just like, no.
I'd be so happy with that though. But I mean, I could see like that movie plus Cops plus Salvia being a very bad situation at the moment.
Oh, it was. It was like in my brain specifically, because again, at the time, I was not doing anything illegal.
No.
It later became a scheduled substance. But at the time, it was not. And I was just like, nope, I'm just going to sit down and be quiet. And waited it out. And I heard the cop and her talking outside, and he was like, well, nobody answered the door. And like, I don't, like, there's no evidence that anybody's here. And she was
said
like,
no.
well,
What do we
that's
do?
his truck. And the cop goes, I don't have any proof of that. Like, I can't say that's his truck. There's nothing I can do. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, wait for a month to get a warrant?
Not happening.
So yeah, I've had those fun run-ins before.
Yeah.
That's where I would have walked past her the next day and been like, excuse me, marijuana is illegal, and I would never do something like that. That could jeopardize my job. Now, the synthetic shit here, that's different.
Yeah, let's say I may or may not have fucked with her for the next like several months.
Oh,
Good.
God, yeah.
Burning incense and things like that. And
I
then having
would.
the cops show up and be like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm just burning this incense." And
Yep.
smell it. And it was this was a woman who didn't know the difference in like sage
Oh, God.
and
Wow.
marijuana. Yeah.
I had a
No,
neighbor
I
like that once, too. I was like, oh,
I-
my God.
I like both, but I'm a fucking pothead, so take that for what it is. But
Well, so-
sage is really pretty.
Sage smells so good.
It does.
Like, gets rid of evil
love
spirits.
the smell of it. That woman did not know the difference in the two smells.
She is an evil spirit. She's an
Yep.
evil spirit. You need to light more sage around that bitch.
It was
sure
like I said,
does.
this was 15 years ago when I was first like living on my own, basically. And yeah, it was I had a good time fucking with her afterward before I moved out of that apartment complex.
Good times.
0.Point, my bad.
No,
Nah.
that's a perfect 0.point.
Yep, that's on point. So let's get into some final words and let's give it a score. Kevin, you want to kick us off on that?
My final judgment on this one. So, like, this picture is a deleted scene where Stripe hooks up Gizmo to a car battery.
I've never seen this before.
Fucking glorious. He's got him up against. He's got jumper cables on either of his arms.
Oh my God.
And Giz has his poor fucking like look like I'm about to be toast.
No, so they have a scene that's similar in the final movie, if I remember correctly, because I remember Stripe torturing Gizmo a little bit in the one that I watched a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that was Mohawk, and that was he zaps him with the train set.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
he starts pulling duct tape off of him. Or Velcro, I'm sorry, not duct tape, Velcro.
You can say I don't remember duct tape.
Yeah, it was he had fucking Velcro. Because this was kind of like a cross between Gremlins and Day of the Dead. Or Dawn of the Dead, where they're in this giant mall, for lack of a better term, and have access to everything. So he's like, "Oh shit, strips of Velcro." Like, all right then, sure. But yeah, they most certainly tortured Gizmo, and they showed it more in the second movie, I think.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
they showed it more in nature, and they showed it more in the psychological effect where he has that moment of I'm going to become John Rambo now, and you're like, bless his heart, he's going to go fucking kill some shit, and he does. Rather than just drive the car to fucking be useful, he actually fucking kills Mohawk.
Yep.
And immolates him. Doesn't just kill him, he immolates him. He lights his ass on fire and hits him with a fiery arrow.
Yep.
A pencil.
that's right. I remember that now.
A pencil with fucking whiteout lit on fire on it.
Yep. That's right.
That's right. My brain
Beautiful.
has files that I haven't been able to access for like almost 20 years. But you saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
I love
Same here.
absurdity so much. And this movie is its own thing, but there are certain times where you have to suspend disbelief
Yeah.
and just be like,
This is true.
all right, like the Barbie car, those don't have batteries. They weren't self-propelled. Like,
He was Flintstoning it.
yeah. Like, but you just kind of went, you know
by
what?
the time I was a child, those cars did have batteries. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? Fuck you, you little shit. Anyway, you know what? My rating, I don't do this often. I would say this for 3 pictures. I'm gonna give this movie a 10.
Cool.
Okay.
This one gets a 10 out of 10 for me. There's nothing that I'm missing in this movie where I'm kind of like, you know what I would really like for this? Like, yeah, we've got Phoebe Cates in this. Do we have her boobies? No. And I'm still okay with it. Is she dressed like it's 1982? Fuck yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm
she
still
is.
here for it. I really love this movie.
Right
This
on.
was
How
there
about
was like
you,
a
Aiden?
solar eclipse this day. Everything that came out this day
Eh,
was just amazing.
that was your favorite day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10. And my girlfriend, who again, like 2 weeks ago, watched it for the first time ever, she gave it a 7 out of 10.
Hmm.
Like, because it's just a fun movie. At the
Correct.
very beginning, she was like, they should remake this. And I was like, yeah, but you can't, because of like some of the story elements, it doesn't work right. But like, just watch it for what it is. And like, I don't know, the puppeteering, the story, the way that, you know, at the end, it's because like a kid didn't listen to his dad. And at the very beginning, it's because a kid didn't listen to his grandpa. And it's like, well, if you just fucking listen to the people who know more than you, maybe shit wouldn't get fucked up. And
but at the same time, it wasn't necessarily Billy's fault. Like Billy
his
didn't get him
idiot
wet.
friend who did it.
It was
wasn't-
Corey.
True. But at the same time, it's still a very like,
I know he was
Just-
responsible.
be responsible and take care of shit. Your elders are telling you,
Yeah.
be responsible and take care of shit. And everything will be fine. And if you don't do that, things are gonna be a problem. And they didn't do that, and things turned into a problem. Like, and that's one of the things that makes it a Christmas story is the reuniting with his family and the okay, lesson learned, right? Yep, lesson learned. My bad. And then the old man comes back in and goes, hey, you learned your lesson. Hit me up whenever you're older.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
because
that's
he knew
yeah,
that would be somebody that would be able to take care of Gizmo in the future.
absolutely. And that's one of the things that's very like Christmas about it, right? Is like,
Yes.
okay, lesson learned. Like it's very I don't know. I love this movie.
Mr. Wing very much had that notion of you did bad, but you did learn.
Yeah.
Keep learning, keep on this path. Who knows?
And then when you're ready for
Yeah.
Gizmo, you can have Gizmo back.
Yeah, because Gizmo is immortal, as far as I know. Mr. Wing finds Gizmo when he's a kid. And if you watch the cartoon, it's really kind of cool. Gizmo is like the only nice Mogwai there is. The rest of them are all fucking assholes.
That explains a lot.
They're all the mischievous. They're just like Gremlins, where they're gonna cause problems.
Yeah.
They want to have water dumped on them. They want to be fed after midnight.
Yeah,
Except for
and
one.
nobody wants them around because they cause problems.
Which is part of the
Pure
reason
chaos.
that they go missing for the most part.
Yes.
They're little assholes.
They're eradicated. I need to finish watching the cartoons, but the cartoon prequels the first one was pretty fucking amazing.
And then they're working on a third movie if they're still
Yes.
working on it anyway.
Yes. Yes, and everyone is
I don't think they're
returning.
bringing Joe back though.
No, someone else is directing, but I believe Joe is producing.
And Chris
executive
is writing it again.
Mm-hmm.
So
Zach's in it. Kate's. I don't know if Kate's coming back.
yeah, I'm not sure about Phoebe.
Um,
They'll have to open up the checkbook for her. I thought she was
Yeah.
basically retired at this point.
But it would be a tragedy to not have like those two from the original come back.
They gotta come.
Yeah.
They both gotta come back.
because they're still together in the second movie. So
Yep.
to not be together, and the third would be like the Mummy 3, where you're like, Brendan Fraser without Rachel Weisz is just not sufficient for this franchise.
Right.
Rachel Weisz light.
It's like, oh, we get to see off-screen breakup happen. Great.
Yeah.
That worked out so well in Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
It's worked out so well in everything they've ever done it in.
Yeah. God.
Especially Deuce Bigelow 3 or 2, whatever.
Oh yeah, Deuce Bigelow too. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna give this probably about an 8 as well. I enjoy the movie. I have no really problem with it at all. I don't really feel like there's any sort of like serious drawback to the movie other than some suspension of disbelief I have toward in the final act a little bit, but I appreciate all the gags and the fun scenes and everything set up, and the old lady getting shot through her house and up like 5 stories and out through the window and landing in the street.
So good.
So
It
awesome.
was so good.
The worst part about this movie is the random fucking people online that are like,
Well, it's not a Christmas movie.
yes, it is. Shut up.
Yes, it is.
Bitches.
Gizmo was literally a Christmas present.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was marketed that way with the posters. Gizmo coming out of a Christmas box.
present. Yep.
Yep. So
Well, and
fuckers, they don't know.
you know, you learn a Christmas lesson in the middle of it.
and at the end,
Maybe
of
listen to your fucking dad.
it, I've had that same problem too. Oh, don't listen. Do as I say, not as I do, because you're guaranteed your dad already did the same damn thing when he was a kid.
Yep.
Now he's realizing, shit, I should have listened to my dad when I was a kid.
His dad was a dope bulk writer.
Inventor extraordinaire who goes to see Robbie the robot.
Who makes a bunch of shit inventions, but you know, he's had 1 or 2 hit, and
He tried.
man, just listen to the man whenever he looks at you and goes, don't get him wet. Don't feed him after midnight.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. And then the problem starts whenever the gremlins go, oh, we're going to fuck up the clock so that you think it's a different time.
That was great.
And that was because he accidentally got him wet.
Yep.
Like it didn't start malicious. He wasn't being an asshole of a kid.
No. He just let a Corey into his room.
But then he
Corey,
was
huh?
like, hey, why don't you check this thing out? Because like it got wet and it spawned a bunch of babies. Here, you can have one too. Instead of stepping on them and squashing them.
Oh, fuck, like on Critters 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, honey, I stepped on your Easter bunny. Oh, I love that movie. Again, creature features are my bag.
Indeed. Well, on that note, that's probably a good a time as any to wrap it up tonight. Hayden, you want to let everybody know where they can find you on the interwebs and any other streams you might be working on next.
Yeah. So I mostly like my YouTube right now. I'm on hiatus because work hard.
Yep.
And then other than that, I hang out with AVF Irwin and Nerd Wars, for those of you who may not know. And then part of the GCA. We stream every Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, usually you can catch me. But Wednesdays are I do, I think, 4 streams.
Oof. I know 2 of them as I try and tune in if I can.
I stream like 8 or 9 times a week.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's awesome.
and it's all on other people's channels.
Nothing wrong with that.
So then everybody goes, "Hey, when are you gonna make a video again?" And I'm like, "I'm a little busy."
A little tied up at the moment.
So
You know, that way you could be busy but not have to be responsible for shit.
Yeah,
So that's pretty
exactly.
cool.
I just get to hang out and
Yeah.
show up, and it's not my
Yeah.
problem.
You get to perform and you don't have to produce. That's totally cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. All right, on. And Kevin, let everybody know where they can find you and what we got coming up next around here.
Well, according to you assholes, typically at the glory hole. But
That's a Saturday thing. That's your Saturday job.
sorry. Well, my Saturday job is hosting the Deadwire live stream, Deadwire live stream, where we rip on everything in the news that's happened this week in nerd news, pop culture, things like that. And then every Tuesday we talk about 0-Point reviews, where I'm losing it already. Talk about movies that have been reviewed, haven't been reviewed, whatever. We talk about a movie and we talk about everything about the movie and not related to the movie, and 0-Point and stray off in complete different directions just because that's the way
That's what we
conversations
do.
work. Well, that's the way conversations work in real life. You talk about
Yeah,
one
true.
thing and then you fucking stray off in a bunch of different directions and be like, oh yeah, that's right, we were talking about this shit.
Yep.
So that's our Tuesday night show. And then every other Friday, we have Nostalgia TV, which is the graveyard shift of forgotten television, where we talk about TV shows that were canceled long before they were time to be canceled. Things like Terminator. Was there? No, there was not a
Sarah
subtitle.
Connor Chronicles.
There was. I was thinking Dark Fate. No, because we just
Oh.
we were talking about.
Well,
all
I don't want to remove.
yeah. No, and we're we just did Farscape. We did season 2 of Farscape. And we're having an amazing time with that. And it definitely showed in the recording. So if you guys like that show, if you guys love podcasts about television, definitely check out our last episode, last 2 episodes of Farscape. They were both about season 2 and they're pretty in depth. And we had a really good time. Season 3 is going to be coming up soon this next year. I'm not quite sure when yet, but we will let you guys know when we know.
Exactly. And lastly, we do have our Thursdays, our Stargate nights, and we will be premiering that recorded video. We did a record on Sunday as a member stream. So if you were a member of our channel, you had an opportunity to check that out. It is unlisted, so you'll have to wait for everybody else on Thursday. Yep, our Christmas episode, and it's Red Sky and Rite of Passage. And make sure you check out Kevin, check out Hayden Wayne on the socials, check out Suns and Shadows on the way out. Like, share, and subscribe. We're going to send you on over to Diabolical Souls and Gooch. He's got a stream running right now. Yep, Gooch, Ninja Scroll Man. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Get out.